Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over my numbers for the month of February 2020. And yes, I am aware that it is April and I am just getting around to getting these numbers up. Partially this was because when everything was going down at the start of the school closures, I just wasn't able to get a video up. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. But I'm back in the swing of things and going to be putting out videos every Wednesday and Friday. So today you're gonna get two because I will be doing February and March in the same day. So let's talk about what I made and what my gross sales were and what I actually profit after everything is said and done. So the total gross sales, if I'm looking down, I have my notes down here, so I apologize for that, but my total gross sales were $2,906.47, which is great. I'm happy with that number. So let's break that down and see how this all comes together as that $2,900 gross sales, in gross sales. So $502 gross sales from Poshmark, $40 gross sales from Poshmark Consignment. So this is for something that a friend of mine that I sold the item for her, and I took a small percentage of that sale. eBay total gross sales were $1,106.69. That's for my personal sales. And then my eBay consignment sales were $830.80. Now there's a little asterisk in here for another eBay consignment, and I'll get to that in a minute of why I have it kind of separated, for $296.73. And then consignment store sales, which is where I take items into my local buy-sell trade stores and flip them quickly for profit, and that was $130.25. So from that, we need to deduct the sales tax. The total sales tax that I was processed through my PayPal account, this is not something that applies to Poshmark, total for all of the eBay sales was $105.66. Total fees. So the fees here are both for eBay, Poshmark, and PayPal. So with Poshmark, it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. It's just one 20% fee. eBay is a little bit different because you have the eBay fees, promoted listings fees if you do promoted listings, which is optional, and then you also have PayPal fees. So my total fees for Poshmark for my personal sales was $102.40. For the Poshmark consignment was $8. eBay for my personal sales was $148.47. And then for my consignment items through eBay was $105.38. The special eBay consignment item that I said I'll get to later, the total fees for that were $33.62. So that is a grand total of $397.87. Yes, I pay a lot in fees, but it's just the nature of the beast. I get so many benefits by being able to use platforms like these to sell my items, so it's a trade-off. I don't have a brick and mortar store. I don't have to pay credit card transaction fees and things like that, so I pay this instead, and my customer base is essentially brought to me. So yeah, so just keep that all in mind, but it is a good percentage of my sales. So shipping discounts, this is just something that applies to just the Poshmark sales. It was a total of $21.30 for the month. Shipping, so this does not apply to Poshmark because shipping does not actually go through you as the seller. None of that money is transferred to you, but it is through eBay, which goes through your PayPal transaction. That was a total of $423.80. $262.42 was from my personal eBay sales. $139.08 was through my eBay consignment, And then the eBay special consignment was $22.30. So consignment payout. So this is what I paid my consignment clients for the month. On Poshmark, the total was $22.40. eBay was $384.75 for a grand total of $407.15. So net sales. This is everything that I profited. So for the entire month, my total profits minus all these fees, except for expenses that I will get to later. And so that was a grand total of $1,550.68, which is great. I'm very happy with that number. So broken down, how that looks is a total profit from Poshmark of my personal sales of $378.29. Poshmark consignment, a profit of $9.60. My personal eBay sales, $653.57. eBay consignment, $164.89. eBay consignment again, $214.08. The consignment store sales, there's no fees associated with that, so it's the same as my gross sales, which was $130.25. So yeah, very happy with these numbers. So now this is not the number that goes into my bank account. This is just, again, like I said, this is the gross, or sorry, not the gross sales, the net sales after all of my fees across the board. And this does not include cost of goods, which I'll get to in a second. So I do the cash-based, I'd say that 10 times fast, the cash-based inventory method, deduction method, if you will. So what that means is whatever I spend on inventory that month is what I deduct from my profits, and I'm able to write it off as an expense as it occurs, rather than accrual method, where that is where you keep track of the individual cost of goods and you deduct it once the item sells. So that is something that is totally up to you in your reselling journey. But after I spoke with my CPA, he really encouraged me to go the cash-based route, and I'm very happy that I did, because it is one less thing for me to figure out overall when I'm doing my bookkeeping, and it's just, it keeps my sanity a lot more. And then, you know, if I spend more some months, you know, or when profits are better and I'm wanting to spend a little bit more, it's a little bit less of a blow. So it's just, it works out for me personally. So my total inventory expenses for February were $275.01, which I would say that that's pretty average. Like, that's around what I'm comfortable spending for the month overall. Probably I could spend upwards of $350 and still be comfortable with that, as I'm growing and still in growth mode. Total business expenses, so that is supplies, any type of supplies, including shipping, other business related supplies. This also includes my eBay store subscription, which is separate than the fees that you pay. Having an eBay store is completely optional. I do recommend that you look into getting one though. I just have the basic one. I think it's like a little over $20 a month. I'd have to look at my spreadsheet. Sorry, one second. I'm getting a little parched. I don't know if anybody else's allergies are acting up, but mine definitely are. So, but yeah, it's totally worth it, because you get a discount on a lot of things. The fees are cheaper, and I believe, and you also get a little credit every quarter where you can spend that on eBay shipping supplies. So it just makes a lot of sense. So, and then let's see what other expenses I had. So I have returns and refunds. So I did have a purse that came back to me this month, so there was only one return, which was not a big deal. Returns are a very small percentage of my sales. I don't get them very often, but they do happen. So that was $19.48 that I refunded back to the buyer. And then the special one, which is what I said I would get to, was a refund of $270. So what happened here? This was something that I sold through consignment that arrived to the buyer broken. And this is an item that I did purchase insurance through USPS. And it is April, and I still have not received the payout or a decision from the Postal Service if they are going to approve this claim. So to say I'm frustrated is an understatement. They've recently changed some policies with this, and it's making it very difficult for you to receive compensation, which is really frustrating because I paid extra money to have it insured. It's not something that was my fault. It was something that was clearly the post office, on the post office. It was not anything that I did that I packed it correctly. But if packages are drop kicked and thrown up in the air and punched, I mean, I can't control that. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I'm more than likely going to bet that it's going to get denied, and I'll just go through the appeal process. But so thankfully, the person I'm doing this consignment through in this particular situation is very understanding. We have a mutual understanding of this. If this just ends up being a bust, it's kind of whatever. I don't need to pay her the lump sum or anything like that, because I have been able to get her so much more money for these items than she ever thought that she was going to in this large consignment deal that I'm doing for her. So it's not that big of a deal. But there is a liability risk here, though. I have mentioned this in some of my previous videos, but I am no longer taking any consignment clients at all. Actually, right now, I am finishing up just wrapping up any of the few items I have left to get up and get listed and get sold, because in 2020, I'm not going to have any consignment items at all. I'm going to pull everything from my shelves in December, and that's going to be that. And it's for reasons like this, but also for reasons of, so I paid out $407.15 out of my profits to my consignment clients, and that could be $407 of my own money. So yeah, which would mean my net sales would be more around $2,000 for the month. So that is kind of why I only take a, oh, and the other thing too is that I only take a 30% cut of my consignment sales, which if you are going to do consignment, which is not, like, I'm not trying to paint the picture of it being terrible. The items that I am doing them with are relatively easy to list. I can get several of them listed quickly, you know, it's not a big deal, but I would definitely recommend that you charge a minimum of 50% just right off the bat. I started with 30% because I use this as a way for me to start building my eBay store and building some capital in my business. And yeah, I'm beyond that point now, and I realize that it's not something that that I want to continue doing in my business. So yeah, I'm just finishing things up, and I'm grateful for the sales, of course. It's still money in my pocket, and I don't have to upfront pay for the cost of goods, but it is a big chunk that I have to pay out every single month, and it does sting just a little bit. So yeah, that was a total of, after I've blabbed forever, $666.47. So that means my total net profit for the month, so after fees, after business expenses, inventory, all that stuff, was $884.21. So not quite at my $1,000 goal. I'm really trying to take home and put in my personal bank account at least $1,000 every single month after everything is said and done, and then of course continue to grow and build from there. I am trying to grow this business into full-time income, so I'm not there yet, but I'm very happy with the amount of hours that I'm putting into this, which is part-time hours, and what I'm able to take from it personally. So our tax situation is a little bit different than a lot of other people's tax situation is going to be. I mean, of course, all tax situations are different. So my husband has a W-2 job where we withhold the max amount for our taxes. So this money is essentially I don't have to pay taxes on because we pay so much. However, I do recommend that you meet up with a CPA and discuss if that is something that is going to be the same situation for you, or if you're going to need to set aside a certain percentage for your taxes. I'm not a CPA. I'm not giving you tax advice. I'm just saying that everybody's tax situation is going to be different, but this is what I'm able to pretty confidently put away in my personal bank account as my profits. So, okay, 15 minutes, not too bad. So, thank you so much for watching this video today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if my profits surprised you, if it encouraged you, just anything. Leave it down below. Any questions and comments, I would be happy to answer them for you. So I will see you in a few minutes because I'm going to be filming my March sales, and I hope to see you then. Thanks. Bye.